This YCN segment is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer.
At first, this game played at Mascoma Valley Regional High School was a back-and-forth contest as the ball was heavily contested midfield. But the Hawks' high-powered offense couldn't be contained for long when Paul Molnar won a one-on-one battle in the corner. He then passed and assisted Jerry Donahue perfectly as Donahue made an impressive backwards kicking goal to open up the scoring. Just a few minutes later, Zach Signor then made multiple very impressive moves toward the baseline, weaving through multiple Royal defenders. Signor then put a shot on goal that went in, using an almost impossible angle. By halftime, the Hawks held a 2-goal lead. And in the second half, Hopkinton scored 2 more times. The first coming off of a corner kick from Donahue, as he assisted a Dustin Rose header, and the second coming directly off the foot of Donahue, as he scored his second goal of the day, assisted off of Max Rosignol. The Royals did manage to score in the 53rd minute, when James Disbrow knocked in a penalty kick. In garbage time, Mascoma scored their second goal of the game, but at this point there just wasn't enough time left, as the Hawks went on to win by a final score of 4-2. After the game, we caught up with Hopkinton's head coach, as well as Donahue and Rosignol, to get their thoughts on the win.
Well, we knew Mascoma was a skilled team. They'd come in with only one loss. We knew that they were big, that they'd play some good soccer, and so we want to come in and try to use the full length of the field. You know, we saw that the field was skinny but pretty long, and we tried to do some creative stuff to pass around their big backs who were pretty skilled. So I thought we did that throughout the match. It was pretty good. Yeah, obviously Jerry Donahue is our forward who scores a lot of our goals. He played really well. Max Rosignol in the middle of the field is who our offense pours through, and Derek West and Dustin Rose are our center back and outside back who play every minute tonight and consistently have played entire matches without making errors. So a lot of good stuff from a lot of guys tonight. Well, the big difference is that we graduated 2 first-team All-State players, which is a little bit weird. We had a couple great players who I've had players of their caliber before I've graduated, but 2 at once leaves a big vacuum that we have to figure out how to fill. And so far we're still kind of figuring out where those pieces fall into place, but every game, you know, we're getting a little bit better figuring out who goes where, and it's a big puzzle that we're figuring out. So far so good. We need to keep organized defensively, make sure that we're not making errors defensively, and then offensively not try to overachieve. You know, just keep possession, pass the ball around, play as quick as we can, and not try to win with the home run ball all the time.
Certainly had to go in thinking that it was a big game because this team was tied for 4th with Raymond. So obviously we approached it very seriously, and it was a serious game. Some tough calls and some good goals from us. Yeah, it was sort of like a backheel. Paul had a great run down the outside, and he passed it right to my right foot, and it's right defender on side of me. It was just, everything was perfect. It was just great play all around. Well, obviously Max plays well every game. Him and I have this great connection that we're going to keep working on, and we've had since our freshman year. And Benny did well as a center defensive mid. Derek did great as a defender. I thought Sam, our goalie, does great every time. He's come back from a pretty long recovery from his concussion, so it's great to have him back.
I think what's always important in games is that we need to possess the ball, and that's something we do well. And when we focus on it, and possession leads to goals, almost undoubtedly. Being able to possess will get us the goals we need. We've had calls not go our way. It's resulted in goals, but when you put 4 goals behind in the back of the net, you don't have much to worry about. So just really rolling with the punches, doing well, and just continue to possess. Jerry's always strong in the front. As I said in the beginning of the season, he's a striker who's strong and big, and he can put balls in situations that really not a lot of strikers can. I always think Paul Molnar does an incredible job. He's got this incredible foot skills. He's pretty much good at everything he does.
Hopkinton improved to 7-0, while Mascoma Valley suffered just their second loss of the season. The Hawks sure look playoff bound once again, as they have their sights set on another Division III title.
Box on 3, 1, 2, 3.